Hey, welcome back to the Steam Next Fest, which is still going on, at least for a few more hours. And I wanted to check this one out too. Tides of Blazefall caught my eye. Number one, just love ships. One of my favorite games of all time, if not the favorite, is like Sid Meier's Pirates. So anything that has to do with pirates and nautical battles and things like that, already on board with. You've already kind of struck me. Number one and number two, I really like there's a game called Sunless Sea that came out a while back, and I really like that. What has Awakened Realms done? Oh, Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon. Oh, well, hell yeah. Okay. That is where I knew them from. So yeah, I really dug Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon. Um, so if they're about the same group that did that, I'm cool. I'm down. Also, Tainted Grail Conquest. I liked quite a bit. So yeah. Okay. At least now that's why I know why their name was familiar. All right, we'll get to that in a minute. But let's read the description here. Let's read the back of the box. As we were going into a game store in the 80s or 90s, as we used to do, and we jumped into that Babbage's and we grabbed a box off the shelf after we saw the cover. We'd read the back, and that would encapsulate the promise of the game. Like, what is this game saying that it's about? Tides of Blazefall. It's a maritime RPG where your choices define your fate. Explore the vast, open, forlorn sea of Evershade, left fractured by a great catastrophe. Forge a combat deck through immersive dialogues and expand your port while unraveling the mystery of the masks within you. There's a lot going on there that I'm not sure about, but let's get into it. So obviously we know that's a deck builder, which I'm cool with. I have no prejudice against them at all. So the vast open world of Evershade, Tides of Blazefall features a deep, haunting narrative crafted by the award-winning writing team of Kristov Pizorsky. I am damaging that name, and I feel like I owe this person an apology. Following the Blazefall, a cataclysmic event that fractured reality, the world has become a sprawling archipelago of secrets and forgotten history. As a captain searching for your lost identity, freely explore the Forlorn Sea, a massive, seamless expanse where every island holds a story and every wave hides a thread. Okay, so a lot of narrative. There's a narrative deck building. That sounds cool. Your deck is a reflection of your soul. Engage a deep dialogue system with the masks, mysterious entities residing in your mind. Okay, so we are a deck building. I heard the term disco-like recently with some games. So we are a deck building disco-like. Very much a Sunless Sea kind of a gameplay from what I'm seeing in terms of the aesthetic, which again, I'm definitely on board with. Building our legacy in terms of building up our harbor, right? Key features, okay, these are the pillars. Deep narrative experience, seamless open world exploration, narrative deck building. The mass system converts with internal spirits to offer you power at a psychological price, just like real life, and tactical naval combat. I like all those things. So that is the general overview of the game. We'll see how they execute on that. But for right now, I want to go down here and actually check out the trailer.
Captain's Log, Day 7, Month of Utua. Year 612, after the breaking of the sun. The Forlorn Sea, once a sanctuary of salt and shadow, a refuge from the madness. Not anymore. Today our sky crumbles. Old powers fade in the light that incinerates the land, sears the flesh, scours the minds. I too was touched by the Blazefall. Now, my face feels like a mask I no longer recognize. My thoughts are no longer my own. But there's one truth I still remember. Even the worst storm is not the enemy. It is a crucible. It separates those who cling to safe harbors from those who dare to fight, to explore, to make choices no one else could, to seize their destiny, or sink into the crushing depths. So, which captain am I?
All right, cool. Yeah. like the voice acting. That was well done. All right, well, let's switch over to the game. Let's get a look at this, and it's kind of like, 'cause I'm super excited to actually check this out. Let's see if we got this here. Here we go. Go to settings, turn the volume up. Now that I'm not worried about that bleeding through. All right. Let's get in on this. I already like the look of this, and I already like the sound of it. Okay, before we get anywhere else, did you hear that Foley work of the creaking ship and the footsteps on those in the wooden planks, and then even just the scrawl in the journal? The production value and the Foley work, like just that alone, and the aesthetic. This, just like seeing this little logbook, I'm already gonna like this game. There's an attention to detail here that I appreciate, and with headphones in, like the crispness of the audio, and hearing those little planks shift and kind of like the steps aboard the ship, I'm on board. Captain's log, day 1, month of Utua, year 6112-612, after the breaking of the sun. By some blessing or curse, we outpaced the Sombrian dreadship, the Pale Oath. Taking refuge for a night in a cove of bare white stone, crew sleeps uneasy, the wounded groan beneath deck. Started to regret our raid into the enemy heartland. Still we live. That's more than what most could say after reading the Pale Oath. Mask of mockery, you call this living? The pen jerks in your hand, the ink spills across the page. It's happening again. Your sun-bleached mind puts on new masks, trying to find which one fits best. Which one become your new face? Quiet, I'm writing. Writing lies? You did not pace the Sombrian ship. You hid like a coward. Do not hide. Your pride lifts you higher. Did not hide. It was a tactical withdrawal. Mask of pride, correct. A calculated, well-executed move. Bravo. Mask of fear, delude yourself all you like. The crew knows the truth. Did you see how they look at you? Tutorial on traits. You've gained your first trait point. Many decisions or answers will reinforce parts of your captain's persona represented by traits. This will influence your interactions with other characters and unlock additional choices. Cool. So my one nitpick already will be my other similar nitpick that I have with other games that are falling to the disco-like. I love that still. That's going to make me laugh every time. But the disco-like game is lack of voice acting. And so that's if I have one disappointment already, is that we are not getting voices for these different masks, especially. Outside, the tides are beginning to shift. The broken thing we call the sun will rise soon, and judging by the white rocks all around us, its rays will bleach this cove clean. I wonder that's why the Sombrians didn't follow us. But we cannot linger either. We must put more miles between us and the enemy. Interesting to say miles and not leagues, but okay. Run all you like. The Pale's Oath's shadow stretches far. You all hands on deck. Let's leave this accursed bay. New quest. Sail away from the bay. Okay. Journal, sail, cargo. What cargo do we have? Crew and a hull. Okay, got it. Just food, supply. Salt beef and hardtack. Enough to keep a crew from mutiny. No grog, though. That's concerning. Load weight, consumption per day. Okay, I like that. That's fine. Sails control is fine. Okay. How do I hoist the sail? I guess I just push up. I like the creak of the wheel as I'm steering, and I'm observing the wind. I am observing the wind. Oh, so I must have not had my sails in. Slow down to turn easier. Yeah. This is wild. There's no but the wind is just went 180 degrees, which normally don't happen if you have any kind of like literal trade winds. But this apparently is not following the natural order of things anymore. A red wound of a dying day opens on the horizon. The broken sun peers into the Evershade through a narrow slit between Luada, whatever that is, and the sea. I miss games that have a little like this. That would have been a cool like hypertext thing that I could have maybe clicked on and find out what the hell Luada is, but that's fine. One by one, crew members slink out of the decks or hide behind railings. But you stand there, your face warm from the rays. Its skin tingles like another mask. Captain Sir, hate to interrupt, but he tenses up as you turn towards him. It's just we're nearly out of supplies and already scraping the bottom of the barrel, and if we fail to find something soon... Mask of pride. So I could lean into pride. You're mistaken. I counted the supplies for departure, and I'm never wrong. Check again, fools. That seems needlessly hostile. Alright, we'll resupply at the first possibility. He's just doing... Yeah, he's just doing one. He's doing his job, right? I'm not gonna like start snapping at people. That's how mutinies happen. Are you sure? The crew will take that as a promise. What if you fail to find anything? Maybe you shouldn't have promised. Maybe it's safer not to look. The pale oath is out there after all. Yeah, you're just being afraid. This crew trusts you with their lives. You should take good care of them. Are you their captain or their mommy? Is this a warship or a pleasure cruise? They say each kingdom is 3 missed meals away from revolution. Don't forget that. Yeah, exactly. And this ship is my kingdom. So you got to keep people fed. Oh, revolution. Just what we needed. That's we need decks wet with blood. You shut your eyes so hard they hurt until all the voices drown in the darkness. Light on the horizon fades, making way for a long, cold, hungry night. 5 more supplies before the end of the next day. Alright, well, at the end of each day, every crew member must consume 1 supply. For each missing supply, lose 1 crew member. Alright. Some quests are time limited. You have 30 seconds to catch 3 fish. Oh, no pressure. 30 seconds? Not a problem. I gotta slow down these fuckers. I'm not chasing them. I have 30 seconds. I only have 30 seconds. Oh my god. Alright. No pressure to steer this. Go, 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 go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can I at least get this? Okay. Shortly before the last bell of the day, the quartermaster approaches you again. Captain Sir, since we didn't find enough supplies today, I cleared out the last drinks in the storeroom to prepare supper. Come tomorrow, there'll be no more rations. I reckon the crew won't like that. Well, you know what? Maybe the crew should have given me more than 30 seconds. Maybe this is maybe this is just poorly designed. And no one should be able to have to get 3 fish in 30 seconds with brand new control schemes. Tell the crew that. You wave him away. Your cruelty hardens. Well, I'm not trying to be... There's fish right here. How about I just go get them right now? You know what? Can I not fish? Did I lose the ability? No. how about this? And look at me gaining all the supply. Look at me doing the thing, even though I don't have to. Wow, what a great guy I am. Look at me turn this into a freaking fishing boat instead of whatever, a ship of war. And then, yeah, let me, we still have supply, we still have cargo. Is that not, is it turning it into supply? I don't know. All right. Captain, sail ahoy. The weather-beaten Sombrian frigate bobs on the waves. Its rigging a mess. Sails limp. Not a single lookout on the mast. Pathetic. Your opponents truly are fools. This is not the dread ship you feared. Still, you can't let them escape or bring reinforcements. You give the orders. Black banner unfurled. Black banner. Okay. You fall upon the enemy like a nocturnal bird of prey. New quest. Destroy the enemy ship. Yeah, also they might have food. Straight at him. All right. Welcome to the Tides of Blazefall battle tutorial. Good to continue. Defeat the enemy ship by playing the cards from your hand. The enemy hull is red. Enemy is red, or crew. Blue is reduced to 0. You win. Your hull, okay. Battle's lost. Got it. The enemy went first and planned an action. This action is unknown for now, but later you'll be able to discover what it is. Now it's your turn to act. All right. You have full energy points. Time to spend them. Drag one of the cards from your hand onto the battlefield. Target a space with the enemy ship. Great. You played your first attack. However, it won't be executed right away. Attack is placed behind the enemy action and the action queue. This means the enemy action has a lower initiative, so he will act before you shoot. It's time to reposition. Move away from the enemy ship. Drag your ship to an adjacent space to choose the direction of the movement. Can I board him? I can't. But discard a card from your hand to pay for the movement. All right. Did I not do the thing? I missed because he moved, and I moved. Okay. In a new round, you draw 5 new cards. One of them has an accurate range value along with a bonus effect. The effect will only trigger at the moment of attack. Your ship is exactly that many spaces away from the target, no more, no less. Okay. So aim shot, trigger special effect if the enemy is exactly at this range for resolving the action. Each time you play a card with the same initiative as the enemy, the action is revealed. Okay, so we both rolled a 4, is that right? Your action within the same initiative as the enemy will always be resolved first. Now you can see that the enemy is targeting your ship. When you know what the enemy will do, you can plan accordingly. Let's move away to dodge the attack. Discard a card with a lower initiative. Oh, a lower initiative, okay. Unfortunately, moving with initiative 3 means the aiming shot won't be in the accurate range anymore. Okay. You have 1 more energy. You're in a safe spot and the enemy is going nowhere. Okay, they lost a crew member. You can drag the map left or right using the key if the ship's moved too far away. Okay, cool. Well, right click, Alt to cancel selected action. Now you know how to play finish the enemy. All right. The predictive model on this of like, oh, you shoot and then it can miss and stuff like that. That's interesting. I don't know if I care for it. Because you're predicting what they're gonna do. So could I select something and then get within? Can I attack and get within range? Charge, move 2 spaces to the right. Absolutely, we do that. Can I, or is that played? Okay, so then doing it here, I'm going to shoot twice. Interesting. Okay, so a D4 attack with an initiative 4. We don't know what their initiative is. Initiative 2, 2 spaces to the right. So lower is lower better, I guess. I only need 2 points, so I don't need to get too cute about it. So I'm just going to use this. One for good measure. There. Okay. Gain 3 supplies. You're in cheer, but you do not join them. Somers didn't put up much of a fight. You look closer to one of the captured sailors. He stares into the distance with dead pale eyes. Half his hair turned white, just like some of his skin. They are sun-touched. Poor wretches, bleached of memories and purpose, mindless victims of the broken sun. Look into these empty eyes. This is your future if you keep sailing too close to the light. Captain, sir, the prisoners. The sinking ship disappears behind you. You turn your mind to other matters. You look at the fractured sky far above the clouds. The disk of Luwada still hangs. Okay, so that's, I guess, our land. Oozing golden glow from its cracks. Where did these sailors find enough light to? Suddenly the sky begins to crumble. Survive the Blazefall. Keep your distance from the red zones. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. Okay. Can we get out of this area? And into like another cove or something? Creaking and groaning, your ship keeps outrunning the apocalypse. It seems you'll survive yet again. First mate, Captain, someone's tailing us. A shout wrestles you back from your thoughts. You look towards the stern and notice another ship fleeing the blaze in the same direction. A powerful dread ship flying the flag of the Sombrian Dominion. The Pale Oath. They're not fleeing, they're chasing you. Oh. Try to escape the chase. Okay, I will certainly try. Have any shoals or anything we can do? Dread ship is getting close. You have a spyglass, you notice the Marines in white uniforms lining up on the deck, the gun crews preparing to fire, snipers on the rat lines, tide weavers shaping their spells on the bow, 100 faces of death. They probably blame you for the apocalypse of light. Maybe they're right. First mate. Captain, what be your orders? Put the spyglass down. There are sounds on the deck broken over like creaky ropes and shouts coming from the distant red ship. Beyond it, the terrible white void of Blazefall approaches, apocalyptic and scaly yet devoid of sound. Flee, you fool. The only winning move here is not to engage. You deliberately a coward, you should stand and fight. If this be the day we meet our deaths, then let's make it worthy of a song. Getting blown out of the water like a fool makes for a rather poor song. You know what's better? Let's do something insane. Let's sail right into the Blazefall. Yeah, we turn sail and sail into the light. We do the thing. Your chaos engulfs more. Your courage increases. The broken sun is deadly and corrosive. It will eat your ship and your crew, but if you stay just long enough to lose the Sombrians, then maybe. Give the order. Paleness whiter than the blazefall paints your crew's faces. No one moves on deck. They're hesitant to follow such an order. Ungrateful wretches, on this ship, no one will ignore your direct order. You must set an example. No, maybe they're right. Maybe this whole let's kill ourselves before the enemy does thing is a bad idea. Shoot a reluctant crew member. Find the most disobedient pair of eyes and put a bullet between them. Doesn't take long to find a target, a half-virgin cannoneer with crossed arms and a stubborn face. In one smooth movement, you draw your gun and fire. The man collapses on the deck without a loud thud. The others immediately set to work. The ship groans, performing a sudden turn. Attacking creaks, stretched to the limits. The dread ship slows down, its captain unsure whether to follow you. As you approach the Blazefall, the events of the last few days flash before your eyes. The heist of the century. The spear from the darkest depths, the sky cracking. Was it all for nothing? The light. It parts like a veil, leading to places so luminous they defy your imagination. The white burns until nothing remains. I can't remember what movie it was where it's like, was it Harvey Keitel? Like, where you're saying like he was giving somebody a lecture, because somebody says like, oh, they're asking Captain, what do you? Oh, U571. 2571. They said, what are we gonna do, Captain? He's like, I don't know. And Harvey Keitel yells at him. He's like, you know, you're the captain now. The captain always knows. There's never any room for doubt. That's what people have, right? So just when you're the captain of a ship, as terrible as it is, and even if you second guess yourself, you can never allow anyone else to second guess you, and you have to proceed as if you are the only authority. Otherwise, you're all dead. That's exactly what that moment was. Okay, some battles are not fought in the standard way. Instead, specific conditions must be met to achieve victory. You must survive 4 turns of combat. All right. Reveal 1 to 3. Reveal what? Reveal cards on initiative X. Gain 2 advantage. Roll twice more dice. Choose the highest score. We probably need as much as we can get. Right. So I'm thinking, I don't know if we're counting up in initiative order, but I think I'm going to do that because I can use all the help I can get. Aim shot, attack. All right, here. Get rid of that one, and then we're gonna close. What is this? Does this mean we're in range? I don't know what's happening. I'm closing on them because I think they won't expect me to close. That's what I was trying to do anyway. Or maybe they'll just blow the hell out of me. Ram occurs when ship collide. Roll 2d6. Lower the damage. Okay. Lower die damage the attacker. Higher die damage to the defender. Okay. Roll twice more dice. Choose high score. Okay. Maybe I should have thought differently. So now we have roll twice more and choose the highest score. Got it. I mean, we'd be crazy to do it again. You know what? I'm doing it again. I'm ramming them. And then we'll come back. And then, oh, this is telling us where to, you know, and the shoot. Sure. Yeah. I'm screwing our ship up so bad, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to do the least predictable thing. Mm. Move to the left. And then attack. Okay, so you can just pick a square to attack, right? So I think they're definitely coming over too. So I move to the left. I'm going to attack here because I think they're coming over one. And then I want to move again. And I'll get rid of the D4 here. And here I thought they'd be closing. Rally to get advantage. And then we are... I think we keep moving, right? We keep getting the hell out of here. Kind of already proved that we're crazy and unstable, so okay, we survived. It wasn't clean, it wasn't pretty, but we survived. A moment ago, we were in a battle. Crack of a canister rings your skull. Now you feel weightless, translucent, the consciousness without a body, spread wide in a sea of pain. The burning sensation slowly bends around you. It forms the outlines of your skin, the edging tips of your fingers. Finally, you emerge from the great white, alone on a small raft, cobbled together from pieces of a larger ship. Wait a minute. Awake yet, O great captain? Your crew of one. Your magnificent ship await your command. Oh, how low you have fallen. Wait a minute, I thought I made it out. I thought I missed. It's not my fault. The fight was hardly fair. And who's responsible for getting the ship and the men into this mess? Ignoring your nagging thoughts, scan the horizon, looking for any point of reference. Soon you notice a large clump of flotsam. In the distance, it carries a person precariously lying face down on the water's edge. Another survivor. The clump barely holds together, lapped by the waves of the sea. You try to steer towards it, hoping to reach the man before he sinks into the abyss. But then a gleam catches your attention far to the right. Your precious brass spyglass, lodged between two wooden planks. It may also sink at any moment. The passenger slowly slips beneath the waves. The spyglass tumbles towards the water, and you get a artificial, somebody will remember that choice to make. Mask of decision. Oh no! What do I do? Mask of cruelty. Don't play it safe. Your people die. That's a part of this trade. Grab your loot and forget about him. Mask of compassion. He's probably a part of one of your crew. He followed you here and he ended up nearly dying. You owe him a rescue. Mask of prudence. Sailors are a resource you can get anywhere. Spyglass lenses are only made in the cities of the Clay Road. One is clearly more replaceable than the other. You are correct, sir. We are going for the spyglass. I don't know what. Oh god, these are barrels that explode. Oh jeez. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is that the consequences of my own actions? Alright, come on. Get up here. You rush after the spyglass and catch the item just before it sinks below the waves. When you turn your attention towards the man, he is long gone. It's alright. Gain the old spyglass. Prudence was correct. Spyglass is a pleasant heft and seems to be in good condition. You use it to scout the horizon, looking for any land where you could use to rest, resupply, and repair your small ship. Finally, your heart races. A tall, immobile shape is visible against the dim horizon, many miles ahead. Land. Now at least you have something to aim for. Are these all explosive, or can I... Okay, no, they're all bad. They're all bad. They're all bad. All bad. Oh, geez, all bad. Let's go. Thought maybe there's some flotsam or something that I could salvage something from the other ship, but no, apparently not. All right. The island is a dead, sharp rock jutting out of the sea like a broken bone. You're about to sail past it when you notice a warm light emanating from the cabin near the top. Then you see a small cove with a rowboat beached on the gray island. Someone is here. You dock your ship nearby, go ashore, and start climbing the narrow, rain-slick path. Soon you reach the cave. Inside, two figures sit on opposite ends of the campfire. On one side, a stern, gray-haired man with a scar on his mouth, wearing a merchant's garb. On the other side, a flamboyant woman in a giant hat, with notebooks, drawing instruments, and a small, trained fatare on her shoulder. They seem glad to have a visitor. A traveler, pray tell, who are you? Happen to be the best pirate captain in the history of piracy. Jesus, bride. Prudency, I prefer not to talk about myself. At least in the presence of people I know precious little about. Of course, a commendable habit. They don't inquire more, instead approach you with questions. Are you sailing towards the golden citadel that fell from the skies? If so, you're heading in the wrong direction. Flamboyant zoologist. Or maybe you're fleeing from the Blazefall. Could you take me with you? I'd loathe to spend any more time with this man. Again, I'll go back to her thing where it says this fatare. This is perfect opportunity for there to be like a click, an opportunity for me to like click a link and get more ideas about like what the heck this is, rather than just have to get, find out from the photo. Stern merchant, this man, you're about to marry me, hag. Strange or not, these people might know where the closest land is. Let's ask about themselves. This is where things get hazy. He peeks at the woman who puffs up her cheeks but says nothing. We were on a ship, a sturdy, slow vessel. We can't remember where we were going. Then the shield of the Lotta cracked. The sails were damaged. We took one of the rescue boats and fled the blaze, leaving our ship behind. We managed to outrun the light, and finally we reached this rock. We have no idea where we were traveling to. The strange thing is, we were both wearing wedding clothes, and we had this thing with us. She gestures the corner of the cave, where a small vestigial flickers. You walk up to the discarded item. What was once a document is now vibrating, humming glitch of reality, a remnant of something erased by the broken sun. Inspect their vestigial. It might be a clue to everything that's missing from their memories. As you lift it up, it burns your fingertips. The text seems unreadable, and yet, under your touch, the page quiets down for a moment. It's their marriage contract. Not knowing how long the vestigial will remain stable, you read it as fast as you can. The pair was on their way back from a large port city where they had officially married. They were heading home to some small island southeast of here, well beyond Blazefall, by now certainly eaten away by the light. The vestigial glitches out again. The pain becomes unbearable. You drop it to the ground and look back at the pair. No wonder they can't remember a thing. When the light took the island they met on, their house and their child and their memories disappeared as well. Anything the light takes is not merely gone. It never existed in the first place. Oh, well, that's horrifying. The merchant notices your strange look and jumps to his feet. What is it? Tell us, did you see something in that damn thing? Your throat dries. Tell them the truth. You tell them they were married. You tell them about the home they built together and the child they were raising. Now all taken by the light. The grief it inflicts on them is crushing. It takes a moment before they can act again. They look at each other as if still wondering if they can still salvage what once connected them. Then the woman shakes her head. Now even more, I don't want to be with this man. He would remind me of the past that never was. The merchant says nothing but seems to share the sentiment. Ask about the Golden Citadel. You do have some faint memories of the bright meteor crashing into the dark seas. Didn't you see it? When the sky cracked, a giant structure fell over the edge and tumbled into the sea. It came from the other side, sunward face of Luata. Nothing should survive there, bathed in the broken rays of the rays of the broken sun, but it did, and now it's here. Everyone for hundreds of miles has seen it fall. Who knows what's inside? I bet all the treasure hunters and pirates are already looking for it. Ask about the Blazefall. They both go silent for a moment. When you live in the safety of Evershade, it's easy to forget about the horror that the good lady Luwada shields us from. In my life, I've seen holes and cracks appear in her disk, erasing entire islands, but this Blazefall, it was something else. It evaporated the largest Sombrian port in the region. It cut us off from the main body of the Sombrian Dominion. It chased hundreds of people away from their homes. The woman's eyes. Whenever my father got mad, he would always shout, "May you live in interesting times. I'm afraid his curse has taken flesh. Choose one of them to accompany you." Well, here's what's interesting. They can't remember being married to each other, but they all have very good memories for things older than their marriage. Like they married, you know, growing up, they remember other, in my life, what he's seen. Like they remember other things. Like that, just because of the writing, is that, you know, is arbitrary and just, or am I reading too much into it, or does it start with like the most recent memories and work its way backwards if you get exposed to this thing? That's kind of interesting. I mean, I am interested in finding out about the Blazefall and stuff like that, but I just thought that was interesting. They've retained some part of themselves. It seems clear they won't travel together, and your patchwork vessel can only hold one more. Since these two refuse to go together, you need to choose. Well, I don't know about either one of them. I don't know. I think that, you know, the popular choice is probably take the flamboyant zoologist, depending. I mean, I'm saying, like, you know, I'm a male playing the game, and hey, you know, she's single, so there's a chance, right? So, I mean, that's the way to go. But because of that, I think I want to do the opposite and take the merchant. Take the stern merchant. He sailed the Forlorn Sea far and wide and knows a thing or two about its winds and currents. Unfortunately, sometimes his greed takes control of him. Well, that would have been good to know before I make my decision. How? Okay, and who's telling me this? Like, yes, I know he tells me that he's seen all these things and he knows all this stuff, and that's cool. But, you know, who's dropping this knowledge on me? Because if I knew, like, oh, sometimes his greed takes control of him. Also, he just likes to murder people in his sleep sometimes. Like, don't just drop that on me now. Gain the stern merchant crew member. Deal 3d6 damage, gain 2 empower, destroy. Then that's his battle action, okay? Your prudency grows. Oh yeah, because I made the prudent decision. I took the experience. So, leave the rock with the merchant while the zoologist watches you depart, cold anger in her eyes. Look, lady, what do you want from me? Chart your course north, and you'll find a larger island that used to be the haven for smugglers, but keep a sharp lookout. Since we stopped here several times, we've seen a great white ship stalking the horizon, followed by the sound of gunfire. I'd give it a wide berth. Yeah. Find a safe port. So, chart a course north. Sound advice. Sorry, hot zoo lady. My God. I'm overcompensating when I sail. Is that another day? Yeah. Let's open her up. Get this going. Captain's log, day 3 since Blazefall, year 612, after the breaking of the sun. The raft won't hold much longer, whipped about by the waves. It groans and creaks like a dying man. What's worse, I think I saw a white sail against the darkness of the horizon. No doubt the vessel my crew member warned of. Fortunately, we're approaching an uncharted island, and we're not the first to get there. A dozen campfires already lit up. Trees and shrubs are growing on the central cove. The shouts and threats coming from there carry far over the dark sea. If not for our ghostly pursuer, I would avoid this place. Speak for yourself. This place looks fun. Crack some heads. Gamble away the raft. Pass out drunk on the beach. Or better yet, don't do that. The world is ending, dummy. What do we have to lose? Well, it sounds like we have to get there. Also, we're gonna have to revision ourselves at some point. one, your raft aground next to the row of assorted small vessels. Those now home to several dozen people. Some escaped the Blazefall, others took advantage of the chaos and fled the plantations of the Sombrian Dominion. Gathered in a circle under the ancient statue of Luada, they argue about what to do next. One-eyed smuggler said we should split up and flee, every man for himself. The white ship won't catch us all. His mates cheer, but a woman with an arquebus in place of her missing arms. In place of her missing arm. She's literally called Gunhand. That's awesome. Really? Turning your tail and hoping for luck is the best you can do? You let the ship claim even more victims? One-eyed smuggler, fight it yourself if you wish. I've seen it. Glows like the eyes of the devil himself. It glides over the water like a specter. The argument heats up. Guns are drawn. Cutlasses gleam in eager hands. The woman looks at the faces of the crowd and rests her eyes on you. You freeze while faces turn towards you. I'm just going to go with the old actually. Nobody seems to notice your protest. They immediately cast a vote. 2/3 are in favor. Were you really so famous? With many of your memories burned away by the light, it's difficult to say. I don't understand. Of course, you were the best damn captain who ever lived, and they knew that. Oh, don't think they're special. They jumped on you. They simply jumped on one option that allowed them to avoid slaughter. I didn't do anything. What did I just interject? Okay, I don't know what's going on. Oh no, as if we didn't have problems enough. Or didn't have enough problems. You shake your head. Whatever the reason is, it seems you're now the leader of this ragtag band and their small port. You gained the gun hand battle action. I don't recall doing anything. I just said actually. Did I miss something like a dialogue option? Because I don't recall. Yeah, there's some, I don't know. I vote for what? Okay, whatever. But yeah, I'm glad I got the gun hand because she's awesome, and I'm very happy to have a gun mom. Like, come on, lady. That's cool as hell. Captain's log, day 3 since the Blazefall, year 612 after the breaking of the sun. Oh, it literally is a little port. By twist of fate, I don't understand. I am now burdened with near impossible tasks to confront the vessel that sails around this island, hunting survivors of the Blazefall. Should I succeed, I will have a port to call my own. I search for my lost ship and crew. Should I fail, this cut-off community will be doomed. No pressure. All ships in the cove are now at your disposal, and so are the people. Find the white ship. Talk to the gun hand. Did you really sail with me, or was it just an excuse to lay the problems of this place on somewhat random fool? Alas, your whitened hair does not lie. The broken sun really took your memories. Most of them, yes. Something is unsettling about the way she smiles when she hears those words. Gods have a strange sense of humor. I admit I hoped you would not remember how we parted ways, but a sun-touched captain is no good for us. We need you to fight the white ship. Open up on the high seas. My fate rides on you. My fate rides on this as much as yours. Seems like you will need a hand, and I still have one to spare. All ships in the cove are your disposal, so are the people. Okay, well, I wonder what our history was. Talk to the refugees, talk to various people in the cove, and they all paint a grim picture. The Blazefall destroyed many islands and drove the settlers from the large areas of the Forlorn Sea. The Blazefall thing is interesting, and this is where I struggle with games like this, or even like Sunless Sea, is like, I don't have a world map to contextualize what the hell people are talking about. And it's like when I met the other couple, and it's like, oh, their island is just gone, and their kid's gone, and it's been consumed. Like, are we talking about an area of this, like there's a planet, and like there's more sections of the planet that is like on like a horizon line, for example, that is moving and is just being completely scorched by the sun and it's just gone? Or is this like is it an anomaly that kind of opens up and Bermuda Triangle something when it happens, and it's kind of like formless and shapeless, and nobody can really know where it might happen next. Like I don't know what to think. And obviously there's population centers other than like this small group, because we came from somewhere. We provisioned this ship, the original ship I had, somewhere. We have a navy or something, right? Because it seemed like we were part of an organized navy. So like there's a port, larger city somewhere, but I have no idea what any of that. I don't know what the world is going to do. So that's kind of what I'm saying. It's like I don't know the contextualization of this. They traveled here to find a refuge, but instead came under the withering fire of an unnaturally fast ghostly ship that hunted survivors one by one. According to many, it was surrounded by an earthly golden glow. White sails, golden glow? What is this thing? All ships in the cove at your disposal, sir. The people. Yes. Talk to your crew. Go back to check on your crew. The stern merchant approaches you. Captain, may I have a word in private? Absolutely. You now are welcome to the edge of the sea. See, a long time ago, my partner and I hid some illicit gains near an island in these seas. Doomsday stash, we called it. Well, the Doomsday is here, it would seem. The map was lost with my home, but I have some faint memories of its location. He shows you a charcoal drawing, an island among the dark seas, some landmarks in the distance. It's the place we sunk the chest. If you help me find it, you can have half of what's there. Of course, we need to clear out this white menace. First, we need to clear out this white menace. You nod, studying the drawing. Once the island is safe, it can be a profitable venture. New quest, fishing for solutions. All ships are okay. Get that. Yeah. Okay. Find the white ship, and these two are not available in the demo. Okay. It said sail. I think before I get anything else, like I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Because I've already decided I'm buying the game. Like I already decided I want to see the rest of this. Like this is definitely my kind of jam. I love the atmosphere. I love these characterizations. I love the artwork, the character art. I love the setting. Just the overall aesthetic, everything that's going on here. Like I said, my only complaint is the lack of voice acting. That's it. And like that is one minor thing in the grand scheme of what this game is. And I could continue through the rest of the demo, but I honestly believe that I have enough to know what I need in order to make a decision on what I want to do with this, and be able to definitely wishlist this and definitely purchase it when it come out. If my videos helped somebody else make that decision on either side of it, whether it is you're like me and it's definitely something you're interested in, or if, hey, maybe this has showed you that it isn't, that's fine. That's still value. But I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here, and definitely just follow this. I'm going to go wishlist it now and go make sure that I can follow this thing, because if it comes out, I definitely will take another longer look at this, because this is awesome. And you could tell this is made by, I'm going to have to look up this team again. I said, I know that they made Tainted Grail, and I shouldn't be surprised at the high level of quality, but this is obviously a different kind of game. But man, they really have seemed to knock that out of the park. So if the rest of the game ends up being as compelling and as polished and as compelling to play and as interesting, like that, I could tell like a game, because it's making me ask a lot of questions about what I'm not, like a lot of hypotheticals about the world, and I'm already invested. I want to know more about these people. I want to know more about the gun hand. I want to know more about the stern merchant and kind of following up some things. So I'm already asking a lot of questions about this world, so that's already resonated with me. So I'm already hooked. So good stuff. But yeah, I'll wrap it up here. Like I said, it's been about 54 minutes or so, I think, since we started the video. So I want to make sure we stay within that 45 minutes to an hour at most. And I'm afraid that I'm honestly afraid that I'll get so compelled that once I start playing the rest of it, I will just completely tunnel vision and be compelled to finish the entire demo in one shot. And I can't afford to do that, unfortunately. So anyway, I'll call it here. Thanks again for joining me. And wow, what a good game. Already looking forward to the full version. All right. See you later. Thanks.